Hello everyone and welcome to a Khan Academy tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about equivalent fractions. The first question is, what number could replace c below? We have 4 over 8 is equal to c over 4. Now for some of you that know cross multiplication, you can obviously go from there, but I just want to explain equivalent fractions to those that are struggling with this concept. Now what we need to understand is if there's an equal sign here, that means these two fractions are the same. For example, if I have a pizza and I split it into 2 giant slices, okay, like this, okay, and I eat only one of those slices, okay, I eat half the pizza. Now, let's say, so that's 1/2. I eat 1/2 of the pizza. I'm going to make that blue. Okay, so I eat half the pizza. Now, let's say I have the same size pizza. Okay, I don't know why this pizza is purple, but it is. And now I split it up into 4 slices instead of 2 giant slices. And of these 4 slices, I eat 2 of these slices. Okay, how much of the pizza did I eat? Well, I still eat 1/2. But it's equal to, it's the same thing as eating 2 out of 4 slices. So that's what the basis of equivalent fractions is. Now, if we're trying to do the same thing over here, okay, with this, we need to first kind of understand what to do with this guy on the right. Okay, so 1/2 equals 2 over 4. Well, if our situation was 2 over 4 equals blank over 2, how do we go from there? The way to do it is these tops and bottoms need to be proportionate to each other because this is an equal sign, as I first said. So what does that mean? That means if I compare the denominators and I see that I do 4 divided by 2 to go from this fraction on the right to this left, sorry, to this fraction on the right, then I also have to do the same thing on the tops, the numerators. If I can say that correctly. Okay, so we divide by 2 also in the top. 2 divided by 2 gives us 1. Now let's apply this to this top problem. Okay, let's first compare the denominators. We have 8 and 4. How do we go from 8 to 4? We divide by 2. If we divide by 2 in the top, let's compare our numerators. We are also going to divide by 2 in the top. So divide by 2. What is 4 divided by 2? 4 divided by 2 gives us 2. Okay, I know I spent a lot of time on this problem, but I wanted to give you the foundation for what we're going to be doing in these next few problems. I don't know if we're going to do all 7, but we're going to do quite a few. Okay, now same thing applies. First thing you should notice, there's an equal sign. That's super important because what we do to one side, the top or the bottom, we're going to do to the other top or bottom, depending. So this time we're given the top, and we're going to apply that same thing to the bottom. These arrows need to have the same division or multiplication. How do we go from 1 to 10? We multiply by 10. If we multiply by 10 in the top to get equivalent fractions, we also have to multiply by 10 in the bottom. So 1 out of 10 is the same thing as 10 out of 100. And that should make sense, right? 10 out of 100 is 10%. If you have 1 out of 10, that's the same thing as 10%. So these are equivalent fractions. So let's put 100 here for the denominator. Okay, next question. What number could replace n below? Okay, this time they give us the knowns on the right. So we're saying, okay, how do we go from 6 to 2? Well, we divide by 3, and we divide by 3 in the top also. So if we do 6 divided by 2, or 6 divided by 3, we get 2. 3 divided by 3, we get 1. Check our answer. All right, next question. Now that you're getting the hang of it, we see that we go from our, now, how do we know which way to go? Well, another way you could do it is you could say, if you always want to go left to right, you could say, okay, 1 times what gives me 3? Well, I know this is times 3. And then t times what gives me 12? Well, I have to use times 3, but now I don't know what that is. What times 3 equals 12? You actually need to use division to solve this because we're going in reverse. So you do 12, not 12 divided by t. My apologies. So we get 12 divided by 3, and I get 4. So t should be 4. Okay, if the same thing, we're just going to do one more because this is very repetitive. I don't want to waste your time. We divide by 2 here. and we divide, oops, I'm sorry. Well, it is true, we do divide by 2, but I want to go this way because the knowns are on the left. I see that we times 2, so this is going to be times 2, and that's going to give us 2. That's all I have for today with equivalent fractions. Hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next time on West Explains Best.